Coming to you from the Courtside Opera and Hollow Theater, where tonight we have exclusive coverage of all things popping off of the galaxy. Who will show up? Who will be seen? Only the Force knows, so grab your favorite spatchka, stick around and find out. Wait, we see someone coming now. Is that who I think it is? No way, it's First Anthology. First Anthology, over here? First Anthology, over here? Oh my gosh, it's First Anthology. Maybe we can get a question or two in. First Anthology, what brought you out tonight?
Well, I'm out here supporting my buddy Jack D. The guy is one with the Force.
Who are you wearing?
What, this old thing? Just some classic Decipher black and gold like my favorite hockey team, the Pittsburgh Penguins. Oh, sorry guys, gotta run, but I'll catch you inside.
Wow, First Anthology everybody. What will we see next?
This is where the fun begins.
Hello there. I had to give it a try. But we all know there is only one actor who can get away with that. Well, I guess technically, maybe two. And I'm not either of them. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for checking out this video. If you're here, you're probably one of the many subscribers that have helped me get over this very small milestone of 100 subs here on YouTube. If you've subscribed in the past couple days, months, or years even, I want to thank you. I'm just so grateful for everyone that has been checking out the videos, leaving comments, liking, and of course subscribing. It really does keep me motivated to making these videos. Because we hit 100 subs, what are we doing here? We're celebrating that. I'm spending $100 to rip open some sealed product for everybody. I know that this is probably going to be a complete money loss. I am not doing this for financial reasons, obviously. This is just to have fun, and that's what I hope people are getting from these videos. And I guess I should probably say, you know, anytime I reach another milestone, whether it be 200, 300, 1,000, reflections, dare I say even more than that, 2,000, 3,000, reflections 3, I'll try and open up some sealed product. Some acknowledgements, basically. I like to say thank you to my brother who way back in 1996 showed me this awesome game for the first time. And thank you for this awesome jersey from Star Wars Night. Pittsburgh Penguins, had to throw it back again. That brings me to my second acknowledgement. All the guys in the Pittsburgh League. Every time I show up, you guys have been so welcoming, so accommodating, and must I say patient, teaching this NARP all about Cube, about the open cards. Just, you guys have been so great. And a big acknowledgement to the Players Committee who is keeping this game alive. I hope that new generations of card players, of collectors, will discover these cards so we can keep this game moving forward in the right direction, because ultimately that's what I hope this content does. This game continues to live on for the next couple generations. Let's get to the star of tonight's show. If that video at the beginning was a little too extra for anybody, well, what can I say? Lighten up maybe? I had fun making it. I hope you had fun watching it. Let's get to First Anthology. May the Force be with you.
No, you're not seeing double. That's just First Anthology stunt double. Alright, I promise I'm done with all the movie stuff. Anyways, if anybody does remember, I think I made a video a year or two ago with a couple other Star Wars CCG YouTubers, and I brought up the fact that I did already have a First Anthology, so I didn't want anybody to think that I wasn't following through with what I said. I spent $100 on a First Anthology to open up for you folks. This is going to be the one on top here that stays in the collection. So that is going to go off to the side for the time being. I remember when these first came out, I opened up one before and honestly never thought I was going to open up another one. And I'm very excited to get this opened up and go through and relive what it was like. Trying to be gentle here because I do plan on using this box. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to be using it for. Hopefully decks, maybe storage, I don't know. And yes, again, I know that this is not ideal, you know, ripping open sealed product, but I'm not doing this for any sort of financial gain or benefit other than just trying to make a fun video. Alright, the plastic is off. It is opened. So first anthology, for anybody that isn't aware, I'm pretty sure that most of you are though, 6 free rare preview cards from the special edition expansion that wouldn't come out for a while. Inside we have a white border Boba Fett, Commander Wedge Antilles, the Death Star Assault Squadron, X-Wing Assault Squadron, Jabba's Influence, and Hit and Run. Out of all these cards, I think the X-Wing Assault Squadron will see play in Hidden Base decks. The Commander Wedge Antilles might see some play in Speeder decks. Jabba's Influence, I don't think it really sees play, neither does the Death Star Assault Squadron. Hit and Run, I'm told, or I think I've heard, may see some play. And the Boba Fett, sadly, is not one that sees a lot of play unless he's, you know, a splash card with repeating blasters. So, here we go. Wow. Set that off to the side there. Our first anthology. Wow. We have our rules and supplement. New Hope, Hoth, and Dagobah. Wow. Very cool. Very, very cool. Definitely excited. All right, here we go. So, we have our preview cards here. And I think I'm gonna save the, no, I think we all know what these are. So I'm just going to open these up and go through them here. Try not to damage them, of course. So we have Boba Fett. Jabba's Influence. Death Star Assault Squadron. X-Wing Assault Squadron. Commander Wedge Antilles. And Hit and Run. We'll get these sleeved up right away. Whew. These sleeves I thought were fresh aren't exactly the freshest, but they will do their job. These cards look like they are cut and centered perfectly. Grading comes up a lot. It's becoming more and more popular with Star Wars CCG. There's even a graded Facebook group now. And, well, I don't know much about it. I do know that there was a company called HGA, and maybe they're still around, maybe they're not, I'm not quite sure. But I always really appreciated the custom slabs that they created. This Boba Fett, if you really take a good look at it, here if we can see, it looks like it's just a little bit heavy on the right side. So there's a little bit more white on that side there. But it's Boba Fett none the least, and this is mine. Very excited to own this card. actually don't think I own a white border Boba Fett until now. I think I traded mine from back in the day. So, yeah, our 6 rare preview cards. Pretty cool. Alright, so another thing that the first anthology came with is the free Jedi pack. I'm going to be opening up this as well. Because why not? Why not? Now these cards here were distributed to players and collectors who wanted to play with main characters but didn't have the opportunity to pull them in packs or starter decks. This was Decipher's way of letting everybody play with the cool cards. Later on, for the Lord of the Rings card game, Decipher realized that it was probably a better business decision to create common versions of main characters along with the rare versions of main characters. In Star Wars CCG, main characters were usually rares or ultra rares. So we have our Hyper Route navigational chart. Admiral Mahdi, who does not see any play as far as I know. Iridu, which I do think sees a little bit of play. Tarkin, which there is a virtual card of Tarkin. We'll see some play. Dark Forces. If you've played the computer game from, I think, 1994, let me know in the comments. That was a really cool game. The first time we heard the name Kyle Katarn. Kyle Katarn. Wow, I'm butchering it. I'm gonna catch some flack for that. Someone's gonna call me out in the comments, I know. But that was the original story of how the Death Star plans were stolen and our first introduction to the Dark Troopers, which are now in Mandalorian, and of course Rogue One told us the now canon version of the Death Star plans. We have Gravity Shadow, which actually does see some play, so that will definitely get sleeved up, and we're coming into our light side now. We have one of the Biff Shuffle Band mates, Tendon Da Honey. Definitely butchered that. He is, I'm not quite sure if he's playable or not. For Luck, I'm not quite sure if that is playable, but it's a great shot of our Princess Carrie Fisher and Mark Hamill. We have come to Han. Yes, it's just Han. And the only great thing about this card is he's a gambler, so he can play Sabak. This Han does get used occasionally in Prophet decks, and this is the only Han that can be killed by a Han Seeker. We have our Princess Carrie Fisher. I actually think, I was discussing this with a fellow filmmaker and Star Wars CCG player, I actually think this is the best picture of Leia. I think this is the better picture of Leia than the one that we got of her in the War Room. I mean, this card screams Star Wars. Everything about this just screams Star Wars. This is an excellent graphic. And lastly, we have Luke's T-16 Skyhopper. I don't know if this sees play. Maybe somebody in the comments will let me know. I'm gonna sleeve these up afterwards. Probably off camera because I don't want to bore you folks with too much. So, here we are, the contents of our first anthology. We have one Premier Unlimited Starter Deck. We have a second Premier Unlimited Starter Deck. And we have our booster packs, which is the exciting thing for me, and hopefully for you too. We have 2 New Hope and 2 Hoth. So, we will save these for last. We will dive in to our starter decks. while I work on this wrapping. Drop a comment. Let me know your favorite pack to open. Or, here's a better comment to leave me. As I mentioned, 100 subs. I'll spend $100 on sealed product. And every small milestone, 200, 300, 400, I'll open up something else at that price point. For the 200 sub milestone, which we're very far away and will probably take me a long time to get to, drop a comment. $200. What would you buy? What would you buy? All right, and we're starting out pretty good already with our uncommon Boshek, the poor man's Han Solo, Luke Skywalker. I forget if there's a pull tab on this or not. I don't think there is, so pardon. I have to go back to the blade, unfortunately. Always cut by the rule book. That way. If anything does, well, you know what? I don't know if I really did anything with that.
346 minutes later.
There we go. Thank goodness I can edit this because that was unnecessarily long. Alright. So our rares, we get one for the dark side and one for the light side. We have our uncommons and then we have our commons here. We'll go through here. Good old C-3PO, we are doomed. Blaster, Narrow Escape, Yavin 4 Jungle, Rebel Trooper, Dune C, Yavin 4, Death Star Docking Bay 327, Restraining Bolts, Scotland Access, Combined Attack, Han's Dice, which I think is actually a pretty playable card. I mean, it's a used interrupt, so it can cycle back into your deck. Destiny 3, I mean, it's better than a 0. If one of your character's ability greater than 2 is in a battle, use 1 force to draw another battle destiny instead of the one you just draw. It's pretty nifty. Pretty nifty. So like, if Vader and Tarkin are together and Tarkin just cancels your battle destiny, boom, you drop that, you get to draw again. R4E1, LINVAK, we have an X-Wing, all right. Don't underestimate our chances. Talls, Hyper Escape, which still sees some play. Collision, which actually, I think someone played this card not too long ago. Droid Shutdown, Jawa, Lift 2 for Rescue the Princess Dex, Imperial Trooper Guard, Death Star Docking Bay 327 for the dark side, Imperial Pilots, you overestimate their chances. Comlink, Lift 2, Blaster Rifle, I've got a problem here. Stormtrooper, Ket Malice, Fusion Generator Supply Tanks, Tusken Scavenger, Death Star Trooper, Set for Stun, Imperial Blaster, Tatooine Judlin Wastes, Yavin 4 Docking Bay. We have a Tusken Raider, Takil, another interrupt that I actually think is still very playable, Jawa, Scanning Crew. We all know about Scanning Crew, and if you don't know Scanning Crew, if you are a new player or a returning player, Scanning Crew, TIE Fighter, and we come to our uncommons here behind our rulebook. Alright, as I mentioned, we have the poor man's Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, Boshek. We have Han's back. Nabrin Leads, which still sees a lot of play. Tatooine Mos Eisley. 2x3 KPR. Sorry, a little something in my eye there. We have a Sense. All right, I like seeing senses. Blastoid Armor. Wooher, and we see a Lieutenant Tambris behind him. Death Star Central Core. Blaster Door Controls. Dantooine. limited resources. Death Star level 4 military corridor, and we are coming up on our first rare here. It is going to be a light side rare. So we'll play the little game here. We'll see what it is. It's going to be a red card. It's going to be an interrupt. Oh wait, I don't want to spoil it too much. It is a Destiny 5. Destiny 5 rare is a Gift of the Mentor. Oh, I think I might know my cards. Gift of the Mentor. How cool is that? All right, I'm here for that one. I think this is a rare one, actually. Somebody in the comments will let me know. And our Dark Side rare is going to be another interrupt. It's going to be an effect. Destiny 3. Oh, I'm not quite sure what this is. Oh, Expand the Empire. Very, very cool. These rares are a little off center here, but hey, that's pretty cool. I think these are both rare ones. Regardless, they will be sleeved up. So, if you are checking out this video and you do not know this game, but you're interested, here's what I can tell you about the Premier Starter Decks. If you are looking to get into this game, you should pick up the Death Star 2 starter decks and learn from there. The Premier starter decks were never really constructed for you to play a game right from the packs, or right from the decks, I should say. The Death Star 2 starter decks and the special edition starter decks are a lot more game ready, as one would say. You can buy them and you can jump right into it, where the Premier starter decks, they are more or less a jumping off point. I think I've used in the past, where you get a bunch of cards, and as long as you have, let's say, an additional, let's just say 60 to 80 cards, you can kind of, oh, I think I just spoiled the rare, at least the Dark Side rare. We know that's gonna be a red card, unfortunately, but oh well, we'll get to it in good time. As I was saying, oh wait, no, that's not the rare. What am I talking about? Here is our Dark Side rare. See, I'm horrible without a script. I can't pronounce words, as I just did right there, and I don't know exactly where things are, but like I said, I can find it in the edit. Anyways, starter decks, you know, you want to get the Death Star 2 starter decks to finish this tangent off and to get back into focus here with our Rebel Barrier here, which still sees a lot of play. Rebel Barrier, Proton Torpedoes, Electronic Binoculars, Tatooine, Lars Moisture Farm, the Biff Shuffle still sees some play. Surprise Assault, Saltor Calfas. Yes, this guy sees a lot of play in Premier through Hoth because he can bump Obi-Wan Kenobi's power up, so Obi cannot be circled. If you need to know what that means the Dark Side can put Obi-Wan out of play by using a card called The Circle Is Now Complete. I've got a bad feeling about this. Rebel Pilots, Rebel Reinforcements, Timer Mine, We're Doomed, Combined Attack, Narrow Escape, Yavin 4, Talls, Restraining Bolt, Scottlink Access, Droid Shutdown, Rebel Trooper, Macro Scan, It's Worse, Gaffy Stick, Imperial Pilot, Death Star Detention Block Corridor, Stormtrooper. We have LINV8M, Droid Detector, Banis Keg, Lift Tube, Dark Maneuvers, which is a great card that still sees a lot of play today, a used 6. Wow, that's a pretty powerful card. TIE Scout, Tusken Scavengers, Tatooine Docking Bay 94, and I believe we are getting in, no, I don't think this is a, yeah, this is a common, Mos Eisley for the Dark Side, Imperial Blaster, Imperial Reinforcements, Precise Attack, Tusken Raider, Stormtrooper Backpack, Stormtrooper Utility Belt, good old Scanning Crew, And we are coming up on our uncommons. All right, here we go. We had the Death Star Detention Block Room. Rykar Ryjerd. I think that's how you pronounce it. 2x, 3x PR. Yurka Mig. We have Red 1. All right. That's pretty cool because I recently, or I should say my better half, pulled a white border Red Leader as one of her rares. We have Blastoid Armor, Lightside Alderon, Ellis Airlots, Sundown, Dark Hours, Laser Projector. We have Chief Bast. And we got, how many more cards here? After Chief Bast, we got 2 more until our first rare. Okay, good old Chief Bast here. We have the Death Star War Room. And we have Prophetess. A very playable card, especially in early formats, because this is one of the few dark side characters that can draw Battle Destiny. All right, coming up on our first rare, our light side rare is going to be a weapon. So do we have something interesting? It's a Destiny 3. I think this is going to be a Han Seeker. Ah, it's a Tag Seeker, okay. And then our dark side is going to be another weapon. Is it another Seeker? Oh my goodness, back-to-back Seekers. Luke Seeker, Taggy Seeker. Well, these were fun. If these were black border, I'd actually be pretty excited about it because, well, I'll save that for another video, but hey, you know, this isn't about pulling Darth Vaders and Obi-Wan Kenobis. This is about just opening packs. I mean, I'm half kidding. You know, we all want to pull those awesome cards. All right, now we get to some of the more interesting stuff here, in my opinion. So these are some of the first expansions from Decipher for Star Wars here, as we come into focus. We have A New Hope and Hoth, 2 New Hope and 2 Hoth. I enjoy opening Hoth. I've had a lot of great memories opening Hoth. As I mentioned in the opening, Hoth was the first pack I ever bought. Coincidentally, it was the first pack that I ever pulled a Luke Skywalker from, which was very, very exciting. So, A New Hope. This was the first expansion set after Premiere. And we could get a lot of, well, you could get, I should say, a lot of cool cards here. Red 5 comes to mind, Chewbacca, the Death Star, R2, Tanta 4, the Conquest. So our rare is going to be 5 in, so that'll be our rare here with 4 uncommons and the rest common. So we're going to move these to the back. And starting out, we have Blast the Door Kid. We have a Rebel Commander. Grimtosh. All right, that is cool. Glad to see Grimtosh in here. We have Commander Evren Logate, I'm not quite sure. Blue Milk. Utakuta Solo. We have an Imperial Squad Leader. Tentacle, a great grabber that still sees a lot of play today. We have a TIE Vanguard. Swilla Corey. I should say I want to take a look. These cards are in decent shape for their age. It looks like they didn't suffer too much in the packaging. Little bit of edging, but I'm not that surprised. We have Sabotage. Advanced Preparation, a Destiny 6. I actually don't think I'm that familiar with this card. Used to place out of play any one of the following from your hand. Attack run, you're all clear kid, Death Star Trench, or Rebel Tech. Retrieve 1 force. Lost, use 3 force to retrieve attack run from your lost file. Okay. We have a TIE Assault Squadron. How cool is that? I remember getting this card back in the day and thinking, wow, that's gotta be super powerful. But really, I mean, Maneuver 3, this isn't that hard to knock down. We have a Laser Gate, and I think we are coming up on our rare here. It is a device. Ooh, I think I might know what this is. Is a Destiny 3. I think this might be the Death Star tractor beam. Ah, womp womp. Magnetic suction tube. Oh well, that's okay. I probably didn't pull this when I was completing my New Hope set, so this will probably replace the one that I did buy. But all these will be compared and seeing, you know, hey, if something's in better shape, then we'll use that one. All right, moving on to our second and last pack of New Hope. No big hits today. Okay. Our first card is going to be the equivalent to the X-Wing assault, or the TIE Fighter Assault Squadron, the Y-Wing Assault Squadron. That's pretty cool. All right, we will do our little pack trick here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to have a light side rare. And let's see what else we got. We have Raltar, which is great because of Raltar operations. We have Jawa Ion Gun, quite a mercenary, which still sees some play. Rebel Tech, R2-Q2, Swillicori again. We have a Rodian. We have a Gik, which still sees a lot of play today. Very good card. You just lost the battle, and after having forfeit all the cards from the battle location, still have damage remaining. Cancel all remaining battle damage. Immune to sense. Wow, we have another Rodian in this pack. That's interesting. Coming up on our uncommons here, we have our Y-Wing Assault Squadron. We have the Yavin 4 Masasi Ruins. We have Undercover, which still sees play today. Sniper, all right. I really like this card. This is a fun card to play. Great Lost Interrupts. A little bit of a printing error on there, but that's okay. I think we have one more. Oh, this is good. This is awesome. I actually think I needed this. The Sandcrawler Loading Bay. And our rare is going to be another device. If this is another magnetic suction tube, we have a remote. I actually think this was our rare. I think this was our rare, not the remote. Huh. I'm gonna have to double check that, but I think the Sandcrawler Loading Bay was our rare, and if that's the case, I actually needed this, because I think the version I have is, well played. Let me know in the comments, is that Sandcrawler Loading Bay our rare? Pretty sure it might be. Alright. Hoth. This is a fun set. This is a really fun set to open. I'm very excited to get to this. Easily, I can't even talk right now. I swear I haven't been hitting the spotchka either. I'm doing dry January and in the gym a lot more than I've ever been in my life, which is exciting. But, Hoth, just a great set, a fan favorite is what I meant to say. And, you know, still just a lot of fun to collect, to rip, to play. I think this is always some people's first sets that they complete. It's just a great set. Fun to flip through. Perimeter scan. We have an infantry mine. Echo Trooper backpack. We have a Tauntaun handler. Echo Base Trooper. This is a good pack so far for the comments. Stop motion. Cold Feet. Hoth Echo Docking Bay. Comm Scan Detection. The third marker for the dark side, Hoth Defense Perimeter. This is arguably one of the best sites for the dark side in the game. Very cool to pull a pack fresh one. We have Ice Storm, another very playable card, especially in that Premier to Hoth formats. Cal Alder. Too cold for speeders. Hey, it's Hoth. How about that? We got Hoth and Hoth. Alright, and our rare. It's gonna be an interrupt. I kind of hope it's the first transport is away. That'd be cool. Destiny 6, I think that is the first transport is away. No! Oh! Who's scruffy looking? Used interrupt, cancel scruffy looking nerf herder. I just as soon kiss a Wookiee or Furry Fury, or this is just wrong. Deathmark, Mournful Roar, Takil, double mark powers remain, or yeah, okay. Alright. I think I actually had to buy that one too, so that's probably going to go back in. Alright, well, if you've stuck around to this point, I just want to thank you. I want to thank everybody who helped make this video possible. All the subscribers, thank you for helping me get to this very small milestone. I'm just so grateful because, you know, you guys really do keep me motivated to making these videos, and without new subscribers, comments, likes, I mean, I'll have to figure out something else to put on YouTube, or something else to do with my time, I guess. Alright. Our rare is going to be a dark side card. Tauntaun! Yackle Gaggle. We have WED 1016. Nice of you guys to drop by. Hoth Survival Gear. R5M2. Hoth North Ridge. Portable Fusion Generator. Our first catch of the day. Snow Trooper Officer. Cold Feet. Alright, we got Derek Hobby. Alright, he's not a main character and he's not a rare, but a pack fresh hobby. That's pretty cool. I'll take that. Hey, we got the light side Hoth and Hoth. Not too bad. And we got the dark side Hoth and Hoth. And we have a self-destruct. Alright, so I think this is going to be our rare. It's going to be a red card. It's going to be an effect. Destiny 6. Image of the Dark Lord. Alright. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as Mike Lang would say, Elvis has just left the building. If you're from Pittsburgh, you know. And thank you again for checking out this video. For all the subscribers, the likes, the comments. May the Force be with you.